Hi, this is Chef Matt, and welcome to 3 Minute Thursdays. Today I want to talk to you about one of the most critical pieces of our business, which is pasta, and why the chef menu items always need to be tossed in a pan. Now, obviously, it's our spec, and the purpose of doing that is to have a little show for the guest, to create an ambiance, and to show that we're making food, not just assembling it and putting it in the bowl and selling it. But really, one of the most important factors is to get that sizzle in the pan. We all know that when we add the sauce to the pan, and we've talked about how to manage the pan so they don't get too hot, but they're hot enough. The reason that we want to get that sauce heated up a little bit is once you heat it up, it takes on a certain viscosity that interacts differently in the pasta. So it'll be more velvety, it'll give the pasta more heat, and all the flavors will taste like they've been all cooked together. And also, that is the recipe. So the recipe calls for it. So we should not be doing something that isn't in the recipe. And another reason that we want to do this way for this particular dish is there's nothing that is better on a pasta that comes down the line than that perfect garnish, which is a little steam coming off the top. When you add the cheese, it tends to melt right in. It has that more unctuous flavor, these really great blended flavors together. And it also is a point of differentiation. One of the things about Piada that makes Piada special, we are one of the few restaurants in the country that does pasta quickly and hot and absolutely delicious. That is our competitive advantage. That's what guests recognize us for. That is what our authority is. 55% of our sales come from pasta. Of all of those items that we do in pasta, about 70% is a chef menu item. So here's a couple of tips for you. Obviously, you want to make sure that you have enough saute pans. Make sure that they're getting cleaned and consistently cleaned. And the other thing is make sure that they're being done on the shift. Make sure those pastas are being tossed on the shift that you're not necessarily working on. So how can we do with that? Well, if you're out, you could stop in just real quick to see if they're doing that. When your friends go in and order a pasta, which people will call me or talk to me about their experience at Piada, and they'll say, yeah, I had a chef menu pasta, but they didn't toss it. And so for me, that's a great opportunity to remind our team, our standards need to be absolutely consistent. And it's not just when it's easy to do. And that's the commitment that we want to take to make sure our pastas are primo. So until next time, this is Chef Matt for 3 Minute Thursdays.